Marine cooking up, no rocks in the pan, watching the plan form in the sand, bidding castles out of thoughts in our head, late nights, no sleep in my bed, trying to see my dreams manifest. Look at that, now look at that, we nice. Put the past on ice, I was bad like Mike, now I'm good like Kendrick said, boy, we gon' be alright. I just double my price, I get love on sight, that's the only love I like. Now look at that, we nice. For all the ones who showed up with no motives. That fake love is so bogus. I don't take love from false.
What is going on, everybody? I am so happy to be back with you guys. Tonight is the start of a 2-hour Monday Night Raw, of course, till the end of the year, and the Netflix stuff starts in January of Monday Night Raw. I am your host, Dylan, from, and it is always going to be, the Long Island Wrestling Podcast. I'm so happy to be back with you guys. It's the second week on the journey and return back to the wrestling community and the wrestling world. And I'm so happy to do this with you guys. Last week, we had a great Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown, awesome Bad Blood, and an amazing podcast. And of course, if you've not checked out any of that stuff, make sure you guys do, because it was definitely worth your time. But let us get right into it. I got some guests this time around because like I know, that doing watch-alongs with guests is so much better. None other than a returning member and a guy that I've known for a very, very, very long time, the Yeet Champion Jr., my man who's been kicking it old school since 1999, my guy Leo. Leo, how are you, buddy? What is going on?
And I appreciate you for having me. I'm glad to have you back. I'm glad that you're back. The wrestling space hasn't been the same without you, man. But you missed a lot of wrestling, but you're still it's better late than never, I would say. But definitely looking forward to Monday Night Raw for like 2 hours. The last time we seen this was 2012.
Yeah.
I was 11 years old when this was happening.
Jesus Christ.
So I feel old. I feel very old.
You're a baby.
I was 11 years old when WWE was having Monday Night Raw 2 hours. That was and now it's 3. And now back to 2 for the time being, and then back to 3. So I mean, I'm looking forward to how they actually structure the show. If it's gonna be better or worse. Are they gonna be able to fit in what they need? Are they gonna be able to are they gonna have to cut some things that need to be on the show, or vice versa? So I'm looking forward to it nonetheless.
Absolutely, absolutely. And of course, another amazing guest that has been with us on this return journey, none other than the 1000 King himself, a Tornado Tag Champion, a YouTube champion, and of course, a brother in arms, my guy, and the guy that runs the cult himself, none other than ABJ. ABJ, what's going on, buddy? How are you? What's going on?
I'm good. I haven't watched wrestling in quite some time, so this is my first Monday Night Raw I think I've watched in quite some time. So I'm excited to see how it goes and have some fun here tonight.
Awesome. I'm so happy to have you, buddy. Of course, you know by now, here on the Long Island Wrestling Podcast, each and every week, we give you guys none other than Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown, AEW Dynamite, a weekly podcast, prediction shows, and so much more. If you are brand new, you're just tuning in, you're wondering, who in God's name is this guy? Make sure you hit that subscribe button, because that way you get to know me a little bit better. And of course, we get to go on an amazing wrestling journey all the way going into 2025. 2 brand new podcast episodes are up right now, so make sure you guys go ahead and run up those numbers. None other than the returning episode itself of New Show, Same Shenanigans, that came out last night right here on YouTube, is available over on streaming services just like Spotify. So make sure you tune in and go get them numbers up itself. But guys, enough of all of that. We got a Donnybrook match between, don't call him Pete Dunne, Pete Dune, whatever we're calling him. Don't call him Pete. Just don't call him Pete, pretty much. You don't like
Petey.
All right? Don't call him Petey. It is, of course, Dune coming back and Sheamus one-on-one in a Donnybrook match. We also have Gunther versus none other than Sami Zayn for that World Heavyweight Championship. And the Yeet International Champion, Intercontinental Champion, Mr. Jey Uso versus Xavier Woods. His first title defense on Monday Night Raw is all happening here, plus so much more. How are you guys feeling about it? Leo, we'll start with you. What do you think is going to happen to the Yeet Champion tonight? Is he coming out with a win, or is this really going to be a very short reign?
No disrespect to Xavier Woods. I would love to see him get a win. I know he's been long overdue for a singles run. I do think Jey Uso is going to retain here because I do think with the story that they have in play right now with Xavier Woods, he's on the trajectory of pretty much turning heel, and I think this could be the potential final nail in the coffin to nail that point home of him turning heel. Maybe after he loses, he snaps. I can see them doing something like that.
Okay. Okay. What about you, ABJ? Do you think that it's going to be the Yeet Champions night to retain, or is it going to be a short run for Mr. Yeet himself?
And new Xavier Woods.
Ooh,
Wow. You think it's
spicy.
really happening?
We got to free Jay up for this
Bloodline
bloodline storyline.
That's if they decide
Makes
to put him in
sense.
there, but
That makes sense.
which they
I
should.
see that.
They
I
need
can
to get
understand
The
ball
that.
return of his brother, and he doesn't go join it. Come on.
I
No,
mean, but here's the thing: I can see them putting him in the faction, but like they've been doing some great work with him as created a great moment for him being champion. So, I would love to see him get a run. I think the plan currently right now, last time I checked, is for him to lose to Dominic. So it's a possibility between the next few weeks, Dominic could be picking up the IC strap from Jey Uso,
right.
which makes sense.
Possible.
I have a question.
I don't see it.
I'm not throwing shade when I ask this question, but why actively, if you're a fan of the product and you like wrestling, why actively look up the dirt sheets to hear what the plans are and what's going to happen next?
Yeah, that's true. You got a point.
Like if it's like you're really excited to see a movie that drops on Friday and you go online, you read all the spoilers before you walk in the door.
Yeah. No, I get you. That's a good point. What's going on, Stephen? Katie Nation, how are you guys doing today? Make sure you give all of us a little bit of love over on YouTube and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. But Katie's thinking maybe Kofi could cost Xavier the title opportunities since there's been a little bit of beef between these two, between the New Day itself. But I mean, it makes sense what ABJ is saying.
Is there a new IC championship?
Yeah,
they changed
brand
it.
New IT.
It's they added blue to it, so it's pretty much like an homage to the old. It pretty much is an homage to the old IC title, like the Ruthless Aggression one.
It just looks like the title they were using. They just put two globes on the end of it.
Correct.
I don't know. I didn't buy into the Jey Uso main event, Jey Uso bit. Like I'm main event Jey Uso. I'm standing on my own and has never won a main event until just recently when he won the IC championship. Who's this?
Oh, Sexy Red.
I don't know who her Sexy Red.
I don't know who that is either.
She has her face tattooed though.
Oh, brother!
Face tattoos.
Come on! Oh no! This is not the way to open the show. We got to deal with this on NXT too.
Thank you, USA.
No. I'm gonna be honest, Steven. I don't like that man whatsoever, and every time he comes back, he somehow gets involved with a title picture. But I wouldn't hate I would hate because that's the guy who essentially took the title from Kevin Owens. But if it makes Sami Zayn champion, I don't hate it. But I think Sami Zayn should be able to earn it on his own. Right. I don't think Sami needs someone to help him beat Gunther because he already beat Gunther. He ended that 666-day reign. I don't think he needs assistance to beat Gunther.
Makes sense.
I don't think they're going to pull the trigger on Sami.
Yeah.
Nah,
they better do something soon with Sami and Kevin because I think both of them those contracts are coming up.
That is true.
Yeah, I kind of agree because if you give Sami the title, would it be a great moment? Yes, but I think he would be seen as a transition because we know as soon as Gunther's done what he's doing with Goldberg, I feel like he's going to win it right back. So it's like, what's the point? You don't want to shoot yourself in the foot by doing something like that.
Right.
Now, that spot where Dominic fell out the cage, that had me kind of cringe because I thought he actually could have hurt his foot or something. Because the way it looked like it snapped.
I wanted Solo for the win.
I did
on
too.
That tag match.
And did you catch the exclusive?
But the Jimmy thing was more important, which I get it. You know, we're coming up to Survivor Series.
You know, he did like a digital exclusive. I think as they were going up the ramp, and the camera panned in on Solo, and when The Rock came out, and he says it's all part of the plan.
Yeah, hinting that possibly The Rock is the one behind But if that's the case, then why is Solo still losing?
Could it be a situation where, like, because he says The Rock is not liking what's going on with the bloodline right now. Is there possible that come SmackDown, if we do see a Rock potentially on the show, he comes face to face with Solo and he says, your losses have consequences. Do you think, like, maybe him calling himself the tribal chief, he loses that privilege and power because of his recent losses? So there is consequences from everything that's been going on to where now The Rock just appoints himself as the tribal chief, possibly?
Yeah, I don't know.
That Hell in a Cell was brutal, man.
Yeah, the Hell in a Cell was good. That was definitely the match of the night, for sure.
16 staples that I think he had to get.
Yeah.
F the staple style. How about the lower back on the missile
steps?
kick?
That hurt.
Yeah.
Like, I knew he had to go to a chiropractor after that match.
Yeah.
Because if it was anybody else, because I'm telling you, as soon as I hit a spot like that and my lower back hits the corner of a steel step, I'm calling the X right, calling for the referee right there now. Pull up the X. I can't go no more.
Yeah. And we are starting off the show with none other than the Hell in a Cell winner, CM Punk.
Okay, I think maybe he set something up for probably
Raz.
the world
Raz
title
in the chat. I love Raz. Raz goes, thank fuck that they went to the video package and got away from that god awful Sexy Red.
I'm not a fan of Sexy Red, and
I don't even know who the hell that is.
She's a music artist. The only reason why I know because a lot of my pretty much like all my sisters pretty much listen to her. So
it's that new generation shit.
I listen to new generation stuff too, but I'm an old head too, so it's like, okay.
An old head. Listen to used to. Still got Similac behind your ears.
I got a gold quarter behind my ears.
He is crippled. He is barely able to walk. I wonder if when he failed, was that supposed to be part of him selling, or did he actually deal with an issue?
Well, they also on Twitter after the show was over, when he was getting oxygen, CM Punk, they had a side-by-side of him and MJF both using oxygen, and they were like, the coincidence. You know, just trying to start shit. I watched that match between him and Ospreay and him winning the title of MJF. My favorite part, I think, besides the match was great, but one of my favorite lines from MJF goes, "Oh, that was too easy," while he's trying to get fucking stretchered out and getting oxygen, man. I'm like, too easy, dude. You can't breathe. What are you talking about?
It's crazy. As soon as I open Twitter, the first thing I see is a trade proposal that said, "Would you say a proposal trade Rhea Ripley to AEW from Mercedes Moné back to WWE?" I would decline. I'll decline that trade.
It hurts to smile, but I had to come here and see you.
Hurts to smile.
I'm alive. It hurts to smile, but I don't feel like it. I'm a winner, but I had to come here and see you. But it doesn't feel like
I had to come here and see you.
And say that it felt tremendous stepping outside of hell and slamming the cage door behind me. But the way that Saturday night made me feel just leaves me with a lot of questions. I don't know what the future holds for CM Punk. I told you all I had 0 Hell in a Cell matches left in me, and I was right. I'm banged up worse than I've ever been.
I'd say we're done.
Entire life.
I mean, they got 2 hours.
And as much as I do love you too, I just don't know.
This page is Mania.
I want to thank 3 groups of people. It's why I'm here. The 3 groups of people that have a lot more in common with each other than they care to admit. The first one is my fans. I'm talking the ride or die CM Punk fans, the ones that make the signs that show up. For 7 years, before I came back to wrestling, you chanted my name, and then you waited another 3 for me to come home. Thank you.
Yeah, I wasn't part of that one.
Or was?
I wasn't. I
Part of
wasn't
what?
part of that at all.
Where I didn't think I could pull it off with you, but there has never been a second in my entire career that I thought I could do it without any of you.
Well, why is he doing like a
People I want to thank.
bullshit retirement speech here?
Yeah, it's pretty it's pretty hard to watch.
To be able to walk the hallways with.
AJ Styles is actually hurt. He's getting an MRI of his knee.
Yeah, hopefully it's not very serious.
What a return!
I hope it's really. I really hope it's not as serious, and I hope that he could come back very soon.
Christ.
Like,
Looked like he twisted it not once but twice.
yeah, because
during
when
that
he did
Carmelo
the
match.
I think when he did a springboard, and then I think he did like the move that he does on the knee. Yeah, I think that's definitely took a toll.
And for whatever reason you do dislike me, whether it's your jealousy, your hatred, I just want to say, I don't know why you keep doubting me, but keep doubting me. I'm going to go home. I haven't seen my wife in about 5 weeks. I got a lot of flowers to buy. I appreciate you all. I'd like to say I'll see you soon, but
Well, that's it. So we're not going to see him now till what? Survivor Series? And there's Seth fucking Rollins.
I feel like he's gonna.
Oh,
They're gonna face.
there's your next match, buddy. You're not going nowhere.
I think that's happening at Mania. They probably could, because they're still in Brawl in the Feud.
Look at him. He'll pre-order that Call of Duty with that fucking vest on right there. He pre-ordered that Black Ops 6 with that fucking get up on right there.
Okay, is he trying to bring the Shield back or something? Because he's really trying hard with the Shield gear.
I don't think we see the Shield back anytime soon.
No, that's what I'm saying. this gear, I'm just like, is he really trying hard to get people talking about the Shield again?
You don't have to try anything to talk about the Shield in the WWE universe. They'll talk about it.
I will say they're one of my favorite factions of all time. So
Those shoes look uncomfortable.
they look comfortable too.
I tell you now, what Moxley's doing now has finally
pretty good.
made me believe in him.
Because I feel like this is always what I wanted to see.
It's wild take.
Yeah. Well, I mean, ABJ knows, and I know you know, Leo. I haven't been a fan of Moxley since
very critical
the get-go. But I don't know if it's just like for me now, it feels like there's a confidence to Moxley in promos. There's a confidence in Moxley to his wrestling ability. There's a believability to him as a character, him selling more. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, I'm finally behind him. What's next? I'm not on the Moxley train. Like, I'm still waving goodbye at the station. But like maybe one day I'll be on the train.
But this is a good step what they're doing. Pretty much.
Listen, everybody has to learn from their mistakes. You know what I mean? Some people make mistakes and never learn and never want to admit them. I don't think I've made a mistake just yet, but I feel like I might be on the cusp of making a mistake with Jon Moxley. I know ABJ feels some type of way about it.
Jon Moxley is a TV multi-million-dollar contracted wrestler who goes and does death matches in Atlantic City, New Jersey for 200 people because he loves professional wrestling.
And I respect that. And I respect that. But I don't believe it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just one of those things.
Jon Moxley goes out of his way to help every single person he comes in contact with. including people I became like. He's just a genuine good dude. I love him to death.
Yeah, I think he's a very good human being, and I'm happy about his recovery, and I'm happy about everything he's doing now in professional wrestling. I just, as a character and stuff, I don't believe it. I can't get behind the fans and the bandwagon of it.
I never liked Dean Ambrose.
I feel like, okay, I will say this.
I think, you know what's funny? I think that's what ruined it for me. I think the Dean Ambrose portrayal that I watched and saw made that stain of Jon Moxley that now every time I see him, I will always see Dean Ambrose and never enjoy him.
That's understandable.
But I think finally now, after taking the break that I took and now coming back and seeing what Moxley's been doing with this whole Danielson thing, I'm finally like being a little more open-minded to it, and I'm enjoying some of it more than I used to. So
I'm gonna add my streams and maybe get some more people on your channel.
yeah, come on by. Yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
That's always allowed. Always allowed.
I will say the thing, I knew Jon Moxley before he got there because of the CZW stuff. So when he got to WWE, I thought there was potential for sure. And the whole idea was to turn this group into big mega stars when they become singles wrestlers, which I'd like the concept of. I like the concept that all three guys went out and became world champions. I like the idea that they did change the business, but however, the booking of Ambrose was not the best because a lot of the feuds that they were putting him in were ones that he should have won to help him elevate. The one he did with Bray Wyatt should have won. The one we did with Seth, another one. Then you had him losing it to Ziggler and other people. It's like but the Monk stuff I love. I'm loving it. I'm guessing this is gonna be Crown Jewel.
Well, here comes Jay.
I'm definitely.
If we're worried about the pacing of Monday Night Raw, it's 2 hours, and we're a guest appearance, a video package, and now our third promo to start the show.
Second promo.
Third. If Jay Uso gets the mic, if Jay Uso takes the mic and cuts a promo, it's a third promo.
Oh, I feel like this is the match.
Yeah, this is the IC title.
I feel like it's two. I feel like it was two promos and now a match because he's in ring gear.
So. Yeah, because I think
he's in ring gear.
Because if this was 3 hours,
if he grabs a mic, then yeah, no, 100%.
Because if this was 3 hours, we knew this probably would have taken place later in the show, or these segments probably would have been spaced out.
No, I think they would have started the same exact way.
Yeah, well, they would have had more time to breathe, too. Now condensing it to 2 hours, losing the third hour, they got to kind of do things a little quicker. I'm enjoying the pace of the promos being shorter and more direct, and I am enjoying the fact that now we're getting into our first match of the night a little quicker than we normally would have. But, yeah, I think – I don't know. I've always liked 2 hours. I feel like 2 hours is more than enough to do everything you need to do. I don't really feel like there's a well-needed
for a company that's really pushing a younger black demographic by putting all these hip hop people in, you'd think they book more people of color like on pay-per-views and shows.
I guess.
And people will get upset when I, talk about Montez being a singles wrestler. It's no discredit that everything that he's done as a tag team, but I think he's proven that he could be a good singles competitor if given the opportunity. We've seen the stuff that he's done with Roman.
Fun fact, they all could be good competitors. That's why they're in the WWE. They're all good. Yeah. It's just you can only push so many people at one time.
Yeah. Call of Duty Black Ops 6. I can't wait.
Oh, you have no idea. I took a vacation for it.
You did?
I'm on vacation from the 25th to the 27th. And if anybody calls me and goes,
game
"Oh, do you
over.
mind coming in?" I'm literally going to set the world on fire.
It's game over.
Yeah, I've already double maxed out myself already, and maxed out 2 guns from the beta. I am so fucking ready. You guys have no idea. Like, I've been telling ABJ, I've been sending ABJ on TikTok shit from Call of Duty now, what's going on, and being like, just get ready. Like, literally leaving it in his messages, like, just get ready. Black Ops 2 weeks away. Like, just truly. I'm so excited. I cannot wait. I know ABJ has some new stuff coming out, which I'm gonna let him talk about right now, actually, quick about gaming if he wants to. Did you want to? Do you want to?
I mean, I
don't
really have anything currently. I still have to get StreamYard and stuff, and I have some cash that I'm trying to move around. But
I gotcha.
Yeah, I'm eventually bringing gaming back, but just not right away.
I gotcha. Well, I'll tell you now, we're gonna be gaming. We're gonna be gaming hard. So I hope. Listen, 25th after Friday Night SmackDown, and you know,
someone's TV is really loud.
It's just my bad. Let me turn.
It's most likely Leo's.
Yeah.
It's most likely Leo. Leo's deaf. I think he's been deaf for a very long time since watching Raw growing up. So, it's...
I have hearing problems, okay?
Yeah, so it's, plus he has headphones on. So, he wants the fans to listen to as well. Which I get. I respect. It is what it is. But, yeah, the new Black Ops 6 looks
really good.
So good. And then Assassin's Creed got pushed back to next year.
Yeah, hopefully
because of the way that it looks like garbage. A lot of people are saying, and it kind of does, like the fighting mechanics and stuff. So I'm happy. But what's really crazy about that is the fact that the Ubisoft Quebec has been pushing for that pushback on the release date from this year to next year for like a few months, like over the summer. They didn't want to release the gameplay yet during the Game Awards. They just wanted to give them another trailer to get them excited for the actual game itself, and not have so much of the gameplay mechanics itself being displayed, because people have been ripping it apart.
Hopefully, because I am looking forward to that game for sure, Call of Duty, and I'm looking forward to GTA 6. Hopefully, we don't get any more postponements.
You're gonna get the PS5 Pro before you get the GTA 6. So don't hold your breath.
Considering people are still making GTA 5 work. Hey.
Freaky Zeke 2000 says, "Dude, I thought Punk was retiring." It sounded like it.
It did.
Yeah, Mark.
It sounded. Mark. Steven goes, "How many predictions? Any predictions on how many commercial breaks we're going to have tonight?" ABJ, how many do you think we're going to have tonight? Commercial breaks.
I have no idea. 0 idea. 15. I don't even know what the average is. I don't really count or worry about commercials. I don't know.
Okay. Leo, how many do you think?
I'm going to say we're probably going to get at least 8 more.
8. So we got 7 left. We just took 1.
Yeah.
So 7 left.
Yep.
Wow.
Well, I'll tell you this right now. If they just redesign this belt, I don't think we're getting a different one anytime soon.
No.
I feel like this might be just for Jay, though.
No, they already said
it.
It's supposed to be the new one.
No, this is supposed to be like the new thing?
Yeah, this is.
Yeah, but why is 2 globes represent Jey Uso?
Yeah, because if they would have did, you probably would have had a custom one. Now, this is a new Intercontinental Championship. Because they're calling this version 2.
Fun fact, I don't know if you guys know this, but one of my favorite gaming podcasts that I am been obsessed with for many, many years, kind of funny, are Greg Miller, who is also a part of the WWE universe. Is very good friends with Xavier Woods, and has had him on Kind of Funny Gaming, Games Daily, and Gamescast a few times, talking about and reviewing certain video games that are both up Greg and Xavier Woods' alley. Mostly Switch games, which I notice is a big thing for Xavier because he travels a lot and stuff, which makes plenty of sense.
Yeah.
But I know that Xavier is also a Street Fighter type of fan as well. He's a big fan into the fighting games itself and stuff, so which is really cool. I thought a little fun fact for everybody, just in case people were kind of curious.
Who knows? Maybe Xavier wins the world championship here. The Intercontinental Championship here, and then Brock comes back and beats him in 2 weeks.
Oh no.
I'm just gonna sip my prune juice and we'll call it a day. You know what I mean? Like that's about it. That's as much bullshit as I'm gonna take for the day.
It would be very, very interesting to look at this, giving play-by-play analysis reporters all like a little bit of a love on the screen. That's pretty neat.
Yeah,
look at companies giving people love. They did like a little thing on the screen, kind of like Monday Night Football. Like, oh, here's your offensive line.
Yeah, like who are your reporters, your in-ring announcer, backstage personnel.
Yeah, I started noticing that on SmackDown as well.
Yeah,
like commentators, ring announcer, general manager. All right, 6 left. Commercial breaks.
I'm probably gonna.
It would be interesting to see how they book their first title fight on Monday Night Raw after being criticized by not utilizing black talent. Now would be a way to would be a way to change that narrative by putting a Intercontinental Championship on Xavier Woods.
You just like to talk about spicy topics, don't you?
I'm just saying. You don't think that plays in the decisions at all?
I do, especially after the Saturday night press conference with Triple H. I do. I mean, my thought on that whole thing is that I agree. I think there should have been at least one, besides just having a bunch of African American women hosting. They should have had at least one match for the African American community on the show that's in Atlanta. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they picked a very specific state with a very specific demographic and chose to not put that demographic on television and only kept them on as a host and had a lot of just hip-hop people on there as hosts.
I think what really shoots Triple H in the foot, though, is him making a statement like, I don't see color, I only see talent.
Yeah.
That's kind of a double-edged sword to say, because you're like, oh, well, then you don't see any of your black talent as talent. And then also, your booking has been every single time. You don't see color, but every time there's more than one Asian in the ring, they're all in a stable. Every time there's more than one Hispanic person in the ring, they're in a stable. Every time there's more than one black person, they're in a stable. So you don't see color, but you're obviously putting everyone together of the same nationalities on one stable. Doesn't really check out. Your math doesn't math, Trip.
Yeah. No, I agree.
We got 4 black dudes. Let's make a stable. Put them together.
Yeah. Her business.
Yep. We got a bunch of Latinos or Hispanics. LWO. Bunch of Asian girls. The Kabuki Warriors. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Yeah. And giving them also black or Asian or Spanish names. Yeah. Like really trying to emphasize
into the stereotype. Yeah. Well, I mean that's been a trope of old school wrestling anyway, which I don't like, but
yeah.
And then pretty much if you're not any of those in just different nationalities, then you just have Pure Fusion Collective. Mm-hmm. You don't want to be in there. You don't want to be in that territory.
Right. Yeah, it's a tricky situation for sure.
You know, when you don't know what to do with a talent, you put them all in a group so you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And majority of the time, those factions don't really do or last as long as they should, or get booked as correctly as they should as well. So, either they start off strong.
What are people going to buy? Are they going to buy the LWO merch, or they're going to buy the spooky mask that from the Wyatt Six?
Right,
mask from the Wyatt Six. I mean,
right.
Just being
honest. Yeah, good job shooting yourself in the foot there, Papa H. You know, not once but twice.
Jordan Kirby says, "Give me a big meat man faction." I mean, you can
So
get
here's something I was kind of talking about at when we were doing our watch party, hanging out, watching Black Blood. If they ever get released and if they ever make their way over to the E, I already know where I would put. And it kind of goes against everything I just said, but I think they would be elevated in this status. But you know who I would put Lucha Bros with?
Oh,
Andrade.
Dominic.
why?
Okay,
They would. I think that would be a great trios faction. And I think they would be like contenders for your tag team championships. And they would be the muscle / help for Dominic to help him be like a scummy champion and help him win if he wins an IC or US.
or
But now
maybe
here's
one
my
of the
question.
world.
I feel like it's not really a question, it's more of a statement. My thing to you then is as much as that might work as a faction, are you just trying to recreate the bloodline with Dominic at the helm?
No, I'm putting two really, really good talent who have a hard time cutting promos in English with someone who, Dominic, you've had how many years now? Now you're the
4.
leader. Put up or shut up. You're the
Right.
voice to you and two really good talent. I think I think it's a really good catalyst for Dominic to really prove who he is as a talent and see if he can get over as well as getting others over.
You don't think he could do that by himself?
I
Or do you think
I
he
think
could
he
do it by
can do
himself?
it by himself, but I think this would be a test to see the real power of Dominic Mysterio. Now, because you would remove him from Judgment Day, you would remove him from Live, you would remove him from the Rhea Ripley bit. Like he would have to stand on his own, and then let's put him on his first real challenge. It's The Rock leaving the nation and becoming The Rock.
Right, but if that's the case, then you're putting The Rock back into another faction.
Sure.
But being The Rock in that faction.
Wow, that was a flash finish.
Now, I just thought of a different faction if they were to come over, because I think they are SmackDown bound. How would you feel if they were to do Motor City teaming up with AJ if he does get cleared anytime soon and having them kind of run together? How would you guys feel about that? Could it work? Would it be a bad move?
See, I feel like to what ABJ is saying and what you're saying is like, if I was going to remove Dominic from the Judgment Day, that alone should make him The Rock in its own right.
I don't think he's at
getting-
that. I don't think he's at that spot yet.
I don't think he's at that spot because we haven't seen it yet.
What's going on, Downey?
I think he's also been hanging and leaning heavily back on the Judgment Day, making him look good, like he did with Rhea. Though his wrestling ability since leaving his father, working with Rhea and Damian and Finn, have improved. He has improved as a wrestler, making him a potential single star. But since they never pulled the trigger on that, now he's back to leaning on Finn and Carlito and JD and Liv as his weight to make him.
I think right now, when you look at the Judgment Day, he is the clear main dude of that faction. I think more people are into him than they are Finn, JD, and.
Well, yeah, that's no fact. That's not even. That's not.
But
even
now
question.
you separate. Now the Lucha Bros are probably, let's say, 8 months away. You know what I mean? Like, we don't know how long their extensions get put on.
Oh,
even if Penta comes back.
Oh shit!
You're a little ahead of me.
Ron.
That was a terrible spear. You just did this the other night at the pay-per-view.
So we just went back on everything. So last week it looked like he was done. Looked like he was about to turn face and go after the world title, only to take a step back.
But did you notice that Xavier said we don't need to help him?
Yeah.
Does that mean that Xavier's starting to turn?
Oh, he's in all black gear. They're dressed in all
he's gonna go after Xavier now. Oh fuck, that was a bad spear. That was a bad spear.
I think all of them have been pretty terrible. Oh, actually, it wasn't so much a bad spear that Xavier sold that bad. He put all of his weight down on his leg.
Oh. See, I don't know how we feel about taking a spear like that. We know he can run fast.
He's taking a lot off his spears.
That last one especially.
So I'm guessing this might be the first match that we could probably be seeing set up at Crown Jewel.
Just continue to prove that you cannot beat people by yourself. Bringing Raquel Rodriguez into it, yeah, it was smart.
Oh, so they're gonna play into this whole fucking.
Yeah, I think they're playing into it.
I just think Raquel lacks charisma.
No, I think
What?
Totally off on that.
You don't think you think Raquel has charisma?
I think Raquel is probably. I think Raquel is probably one of the most underutilized women when she was around a lot more frequently. Absolutely.
Yeah.
What was her nickname the entire
Same-
time when she was the most
same
active
with
person on the roster?
Machine, Same with Chelsea Green.
Raquel
There's
was
a
called
few-
Smiling Raquel because she didn't know how to do facial expressions and all she did was smile. Her promos were mid. Her in-ring
That's
work
something, but
was
that's something
decent
that they
at
could
best.
work on. She can wrestle. She's proven that she can wrestle. 2020
Put her next to Io.
Halloween Havoc against Rhea Ripley
Io
shows
Sky.
that.
When she faced
Another
Io.
good match. Io Sky.
Io
She
Sky's very
won the title
talented.
from her.
Like,
Even a match with Dakota.
I think that Raquel has just been booked wrong. Same with Michin, same with Chelsea Green. You know what I mean? Like I feel like in all honesty, and I might be the only one to die on this fucking hill, and that's fine. But Raquel Rodriguez 100% can be a women's champion from Monday Night Raw.
I don't see it.
100%.
I don't think she has. I don't think she has the
everything
in-ring,
you-
the charisma, or the in-ring personality to carry a world title.
I do.
I think she's a tag
100%.
team champion at best, or if they make a secondary title.
No. That's like putting her at jobber status.
Yeah, I think she's a good mid-carder.
No.
No, I think she could be a main eventer. I think she just needs something
100%.
substantial to work with.
I
Good
think
material to work
How
she
many
just
people in the
needs-
crowd do you see wearing Raquel Rodriguez merchandise?
How many
don't
people
have
do you
any.
see with Konosuke Takeshita's merch?
It's a good point. I don't think he should be world champion.
I think he should.
I think he's talented
I think-
enough.
I think
don't-
he's-
I
I
think the
think
world
he-
champion is someone who draws money, and if you don't draw money, you're not a world champion.
Konosuke puts on a match with somebody that's have equal or better balanced in wrestling
Sure.
ability, Konosuke puts on a 5 out of 5 match.
From a booker standpoint, you could be a fantastic wrestler, but if you have zero charisma and you zero draw power and you're zero marketability, you're not a world champion.
But that's something you can change as a booker.
No, you can't. If the crowd
can,
doesn't get behind you
absolutely.
because that you don't have those possessions, you're not a marketable world champion.
No.
Dylan, that's how business works. If I can't make money off you, I'm not going to push you.
You can make money off the Konosuke, and you can make money off of Raquel. 100%.
Well,
You just
have
don't-
to
nobody-
start.
nobody
You have to
sees it.
start by getting the fans behind you.
People are behind them.
Buy their merch.
People are behind them.
Go buy log on and buy a Takeshita and Raquel shirt right now.
Okay.
Put your money where your mouth is.
Let me see if Raquel even has any merch.
Exactly. You don't even know what her shirt looks like because no one buys it.
Let me see.
Hold on a second. I'll go to Pro Wrestling Tees.
And this is not a knock on Raquel. It's just that's how wrestling works.
Yeah, but unfortunately, I think you're wrong. I think that it's the way that you've been presented from Raquel.
How long has Raquel been in the company?
Of the wrestling.
How long has Raquel been in the company?
I think that the way that you have
came in
seen
2019.
Raquel.
2019. What's your favorite piece of Raquel merchandise since 2019?
I can't even. Maybe probably like her NXT stuff.
Oh wait.
Probably.
Name one
like
T-shirt
2020.
that Raquel had that people bought since 2019.
I know.
Right now, you insert the cricket noise because it doesn't exist.
Well, she does have some merch.
Name one.
This is one of her shirts right now. That's
Without looking, name one. You can't.
I can't.
Exactly.
I don't
No,
like the design.
I think you're wrong. I think you're wrong on this. I do. I strongly believe it.
I'm not liking the design of her shirt though. I think they need something better than this. You're saying this right, Dylan?
I think you're wrong. I do. I love you, ABJ. I do. But I think you're wrong on this. I think it's because of the way that you've seen Raquel, the way that they presented Raquel, the way that they booked Raquel.
They tried to make Raquel a top star. They tried to make her the big muscle
they
powerhouse.
They've tried, and unfortunately, yeah, they've not succeeded. 100%.
Because on her,
100%,
either she has a hard time lifting
succeeded.
people, either she has medical issues, or she can't get over with the crowd. Every time she's in a faction with somebody, someone outshines her.
All right. WWE shop. I'm gonna have to go to the WWE shop.
I already got.
So I can get everybody through Pro Wrestling Tees. I like buying shit from Pro Wrestling Tees. I don't really like buying it from fucking.
I mean, I will say I need to give me some more.
If you were starting a brand new wrestling company, would Raquel be in your top 5 picks?
Yes.
Would I draft her in my top
Out of
5?
all the women in the world, Raquel is in your top 5.
But so is Michin.
Michin's in your top 5. If you had the pick of every female in the world right now, they're in your top 5.
Yeah.
I like Raquel, but she's not going to be.
I'm not insane. I'm not insane
reaching.
when you say that. No, I'm not reaching. Nah,
She's
see,
gonna be
that's
my top
that's where we disagree. I'm not
15.
reaching.
I love Michin. I love Raquel, but they're not. They're not. No, I don't think. I don't think they're world champion material.
Right, but that's not true. They are. They are. Everybody here in the WWE is 100% world championship material, whether they're women or men. Whether they're in a tag team or they're not. There is a good portion.
Is Ricochet a world champion?
Absolutely.
Hate to break it to you, brother. No chance.
No fucking way. You're out of your fucking mind. You're out of your mind.
What does it take to be a world champion? What does it take to be a world champion?
Crowd winning, sellability, and exactly what Ricochet's been.
What else?
Ricochet is a sellable character. Ricochet is somebody people want to see. When they put on Will Ospreay and fucking Ricochet last Wednesday, that was a sellable show.
Absolutely.
So that doesn't make him now.
He's fine.
But
now there's more than being a champion, just being good between the ropes.
Doesn't make him a fucking star
now?
No.
That
alone doesn't make him a world championship contender 2-3 years from now.
Was Roddy Piper a world champion?
Nope.
No.
Should he have been?
No. No.
Wait, time out.
No.
Roddy Piper was not a world champion, but Raquel, Michin, and Ricochet were.
The character shows it.
You have no idea. You should go back and watch professional wrestling in that era. If you don't think Roddy Piper was over he was doing more movies than Hulk Hogan.
Who cares?
You're insane.
More movies than the fucking Rock. Who cares?
You're insane. Roddy Piper was so over. He was one of the first guys besides Hulk Hogan to break out of WWE.
Character, which
You're
100%
bonkers.
is a great for world championship material.
Bonkers.
100%. But what I'm saying is,
who do you think sold more? I'll put it this way. I'll let you combine Michin, Ricochet, and Raquel. Do you think they sold more T-shirts than Roddy Piper?
No, because of the way they were booked.
Piper was behind Hogan. He was in the Hogan era where Hogan was shoved down your neck and he still got over.
Yeah. But I wouldn't have made him a world champion. No,
you're
would have hurt him.
Bonkers. But you would make Raquel and Michin world champions.
Absolutely. 100%. Without even a hesitation.
Wow.
No, there's no wow to it.
We need to drug test you. You're on crack.
Nah. Not at all.
Please, if you ever come into a large check of money, do not start a wrestling company. You're going broke.
I would make very good money with a
You would
with a
go
wrestling
broke.
No, I wouldn't. No, that's
Can you
no
cut a promo?
believability.
Not really. Can you get over with them? No, but I can do flips.
No,
Get him a belt.
no, that's not what I'm selling on. I'm selling on things that could work. Absolutely.
What's your favorite Raquel promo?
I would 100% do very well in the indie wrestling.
What's your favorite Raquel promo?
She hasn't cut one.
I have a good one.
I'm sure she's cut a bunch of them between NXT
hasn't.
and now since 2019.
The one that she did up on Liv Morgan in 2023 to lead up to her Rumble, I liked that one. The one that
name a talking point from that promo. What's Raquel's catchphrase? Does she have a catchphrase? Does she have anything that you can latch onto?
Catchphrase? Now you're saying that's the
I'm just saying you need something to market yourself to be a top person. You need a catchphase, a pizza merch.
You also need good booking. You need a good road. If you have a fucking bumpy road to a championship title opportunity or any type of title opportunity, you don't got shit. You don't have shit.
Mm-hmm.
If her character is not sellable, you don't have shit. Dog shit. No, I don't agree with David Arquette being champion. That's not even funny.
David Arquette probably sold more tickets than everyone named.
David's a fucking celebrity.
Sure, exactly.
He already had a character coming into wrestling.
Do you
That's
think
like giving Bad Bunny the world championship because he's a fucking pop music star?
Yeah, that's called making money off your champion.
No,
if you're booking a wrestling company, there's two things you have to look at. Wait, no, listen. When you're booking a wrestling company, there's two things you have to look at. A, is your talent worth your booking fee? And B, do they sell enough tickets to make back what you paid for them to show up that night? How many people
are you? Hire the correct people, yes, 100%.
How many people do you think are buying tickets to go see Raquel and Mitchin every single week?
You got somebody. I will know that. It's gonna be somebody
enough to cover their cost.
No, I'm just saying it's gonna be somebody there that's gonna be a fan. You know,
I think they might be fourth on their list of who they're there to see that night. I don't think anyone's walking the door like, if Raquel's not here, tonight's a bust.
See,
and once again, I don't hate either one of those talent. I'm just coming from the standpoint of how the business side works. You have to be a draw and you have to make money to be a world champion. If you just put the world champion on somebody, it's null and void. That's like it's really it. Like wrestling is what it is today. I hate him because of Hulk Hogan. And if you couldn't outdraw or outdo Hulk Hogan, you didn't get the title.
Okay.
And it's crazy. I think people even made the comparison, I think recently, about the whole Jinder Mahal situation. Did I like a decision? No. But I think I understood from the business side of things what they were trying to do.
Jinder was a great heel transitional champion. One of the best in the last 10 years. Because they played into people's racism to sell tickets like old school wrestling. People hated Jinder as champion.
But even the idea of just having him go from a jobber to main eventer in a month.
But physically, did he look like a world champion?
He had to look. I will say that.
Yeah, if you got in the ring with Jinder, he looks like he would mess you up.
He had to look, but the promos weren't the best.
I think he was a better promo than most as well.
I guess
he did exactly what that character needed him to do to sell those promos. He was a modern day Mahara. Like he's the and who benefited from beating Jinder Mahal?
AJ.
You're a good American boy.
AJ was already a main star, but it made him even bigger star just because he wanted to see that title. And then the match that he had with Lesnar at Survivor Series, that was a good match. Do you think
if Raquel or Mitchell becomes world champions, if they lose to somebody, it elevates the person that beat them?
Depends on what it is, but it would have to be a good name.
I don't see it. I don't see it. I think there's a reason why Raquel is tag team champions.
So would you say
tag team champions 6
she's
times?
On the bottom. She's on the bottom for you.
She's not. She's close to the bottom. I think when it comes to the active women's roster, to be honest.
Would you say with her being in the Judgment Day, if she was to win titles, her best bet is if her and Liv decide to go after the tag titles.
She doesn't need to lean on anybody.
Do you think Raquel is the replacement in the Judgment Day to a Rhea Ripley as the powerhouse?
She
That's what
has
they're gonna
the.
try to sell it.
That's
She has
like
the
bringing in
look.
fake Diesel.
I mean, I will say this: Raquel.
I don't
has
want
the
to talk
look.
no more. I'm just gonna be mute
She
for the
has
rest
the
of this
look.
fucking show.
I mean, considering the look, like if
Only
you look
because
on
I'm gonna say
paper,
something
right?
that's gonna really ruin
You
a
look
lot
on
of people's
paper and you look at
fucking
Raquel.
feelings.
Does she look
Don't hurt my
like?
feelings.
Does she look like she can be a potential threat? Yes, based off the way she looks, but it's more than just how you appear. It's more to that. I think, like you said, you have to be marketable, have a catchphrase, have some type of look, style to get people interested. But I will say, if going back to what you were saying earlier, ABJ, as far as would I draft her in my top 5? Honestly, I wouldn't. Would she be still drafted? Of course. Maybe in like top 20, but not top 5. Because there's more people I can put.
I think 20 is realistic.
Because if you look at all wrestling, Jordan.
By your logic, then I shouldn't be making wrestling content.
Oh, I'm not. You can make wrestling content. You can talk about wrestling. I'm just saying, don't put your money into it.
Right, but by saying that,
being a booker and being a fan are two. Being a booker and being a content creator are two different things.
Yes, no, I'm not arguing that.
I think you're a great content creator. I'm just saying.
I think that what you're saying is that I wouldn't know the difference between an actual champion compared to a possible champion that many people aren't seeing. That I'm looking at it as both, not only as a content creator to make the money off of and X, Y, and Z, but one going to these indie shows, seeing the potential in somebody that a lot of other people like yourself doesn't see, and then seeing it before it's happening.
Take the next 3 months of your content and do nothing but Raquel content. Do you think you'll get a lot of views?
If they booked her better, yeah.
No. Forget booking. They're talented. They're over. You have that much faith in them that they are that big of a talent. Take the next 3 months and only talk about Raquel Rodriguez on your channel. Will you get views? Will you make money? Will you grow? Yes or no? Now, if you talk Judgment Day, if you talk Roman, if you talk Cody, if you talk Seth Rollins, you talk CM Punk, will more people be tuned into your takes if you're talking about top guys?
That's the easy sell. That's the easy sell.
That's the money. That's where people are eyes and interested are.
There's also money hidden in gems that you just aren't seeing.
Sure. Absolutely. Do you think, and unfortunately, Raquel's not one of those gems. She's had it since 2019.
That's wrong.
CageMatch.net is a pretty reliable source on when it comes to
pretty much helping Dakota win.
CageMatch.net is a pretty reliable source when it comes to the average of what a wrestler can accomplish and what they have accomplished as a pro wrestler. What do you think Raquel out of 10 is ranked in as Cage Match?
By 2. By 1. 2 or 1.
No.
Probably like an 8.
No, definitely not an 8.
2 or 1.
She's a 5.86, 5.87.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
Because she's been that's essentially her spot right now. She's 5 out of 10 is not terrible. You're a mid carder. That's where you are. She's had shades where she's a number 1 contender. She's had shades where she could have been the person to go for the championship. And that's at those point in times in a business, that's where you find out if the wrestling crowd gets behind you. And if they don't, they move away from it. And every single time she's worked her way up to that spot, she falls right back down. Now, will it also be because of injury and everything else that happened to her? But for a long time, she was criticized for smiling the entire match. Everyone criticized her for it. Her facials were not good for a while. I think her look is great. I think her style is good. I think she fits the mold of what WWE right now needs. She's a big Spanish girl. You got Jade. You got all these big powerhouse women. She fits that mold, but she's not getting over as much as those other powerhouse women. And it's not because they haven't put her in that situation. She has been booked as number 1 contenders and stuff like that. She's a better fit as a tag team or a muscle for the next She's not Diesel. She's not the person who teams with Shawn and becomes a world champion. Right now, I'm not saying she can never be. I'm just saying she's always been the muscle to the smaller person, and she works better against the smaller person because she's a good base.
Diesel's
That's pro wrestling.
Talented.
Huh?
Diesel's not talented.
Who's not? Diesel made money as a champion. People bought gloves. People bought Diesel shirts. He wasn't amazing. He had 5 or 6 moves, but at that point in time in wrestling, that's all you needed. In any point of wrestling, that's all you need. You don't need 30 moves that do flips. If you could do 5 good ones and work a crowd and sell a crowd. Kevin Nash and Diesel has been part of the biggest storylines in wrestling history numerous times in his career. Am I wrong?
No, I guess not. I guess I don't know what I'm talking about.
You don't think the NWO wasn't a big deal? The Outsiders were not a big deal.
Was definitely a big deal.
The Click wasn't a big deal.
I think the Click was a big deal, but I think that wrestling has changed and evolved over time, and that we're at a different pace. We're at a different spot now where there's a lot more reliance on how these characters are being looked at and booked and created that are the determining factor of how they're going to sell to the mass public. If you're going to give us the bigger names and the ones that are going to sell easier, then of course the Raquel's Machines and the Chelsea Greens of the world are never going to get that opportunity because they're always going to
Chelsea
be,
will out of those 3 faster than the other 2. Chelsea's marketable.
I think Michin is a very talented wrestler. I think that she has a lot to offer.
I think
the problem is that I
she's
think
very
that there's
talented
nothing
as well.
for her because of the fact that we have a women's division on SmackDown that has so many other stories and other things going on that there's nothing for her to display that set factor. Coming from a TNA background, coming from a women's champion reign, there's nothing to offer her. When yet you have someone like Chelsea Green who's fought not only women but men.
Mm-hmm. I think out of the 3 names we just said, Raquel, Michin, and Chelsea will hold a strap before the other 2.
Which is great, and I'm happy for that. I'm very, very happy for that.
Why do you think my take is that she'll hold a championship before the other 2?
Because she's easier to sell.
Thank you.
But
we're getting it.
No,
Chelsea right now is going.
Michin is still sellable.
Chelsea's going out right now and getting over by losing.
And so is Raquel.
Can they get over by losing?
Those 2 are still as sellable as Chelsea Green. 100%.
I think we've tried numerous times, and all 3 times they haven't
done the same fucking path as Chelsea Green. So why is Chelsea Green easier to sell than someone like Michin?
First off, Chelsea Green and Michin aren't on the same path at all.
They both wrestled for TNA.
Who was more marketable in TNA? Who had more of a crowd reaction in TNA
Michin.
Out of those 2?
She was a champion, for Christ's sake.
Chelsea Green with the crazy Chelsea in the wedding dress was way more of a seller than Michin. And then when they both went to the indie scene, who sold more tickets? Who was more of a draw on the indie scene?
I guess Chelsea Green.
Chelsea by a mile, by a country mile. So when Michin showed up, no offense, I think Michin's talented. I'm just talking from a business standpoint. If you booked a card and said Chelsea Green's on this card and Michin's on this card, I guarantee you are selling more tickets to see Chelsea Green than you are Michin. Because Chelsea Green's charisma is at a 13. Ring work maybe a 6. Charisma 13. Okay. Am I wrong?
I don't know.
Hey, yo, Rash, did he really just said Chelsea tits sold?
They did.
Tickets?
They did. Michin did the Francine bit on the independent scene. Except she had pasties on. And they said, go follow my Cardona's website. Chelsea was breaking the internet on the independent scene on a weekly basis with the storyline with Janela and all that stuff. Which essentially got her back to the WWE.
I guess I don't know as much as I thought I did.
That's why I'm here to help you, brother.
I wouldn't say that at all in the slightest. I wouldn't say that at all in the slightest.
So, all right. So, who takes a back seat right
Nobody.
now?
I'm done with the conversation.
I'm asking you a serious question.
No,
who takes a back seat?
I'm done with the conversation.
Who takes a back seat?
Done with the conversation.
All right. Then what am I doing here?
We're just
we can't debate and talk wrestling?
No, we can. I already know where the conversation is going to go.
What's it going to go?
It's going to go exactly the way I know it's going to go.
Well, tell me what I'm going to say then.
I don't know what you're going to say, but I know that it's going to be something crazy.
It's not gonna be crazy. It's gonna be logical. Who takes a back seat on Monday or on any show? Who comes down the ladder for Raquel to move up?
I don't know. You tell me.
No, I'm asking you.
I don't
She's
know.
a world champion.
That's my answer.
Does Rhea Ripley come out of the world title scene for Raquel to move up?
I don't know. You tell me.
She would have to.
I truly do not know.
If we're gonna debate wrestling, let's debate. Don't get salty about it.
No. I'm debating with you.
Do you take your top female merch seller, top female second ticket sale, and bench her to put Raquel up there?
Most likely.
You would.
Most likely.
Okay. That's your take.
What would you do?
I would try to get her to prove herself before I bench my money before I put Raquel up there.
How would you do that?
I'd put her with Liv as a secondary character and see if she gets over. I'd put her in front of eyes like she has been numerous times in her career, where she's touching the world champion and she's right in that picture and she's in front of the eyes and she's on TV every week and she's tag team champion and she's all of that, and see if she can earn the spot to be a world champion. And since 2019, she hasn't been.
Okay. That's fair.
What's your favorite NXT women's championship match with Raquel Rodriguez? NXT. I'm just saying, like, I guarantee you can't recall a spot or a moment NXT. in her career on a match.
It's Io and Raquel. When Raquel won the title from Io at Stand and Deliver in 2020.
Mm-hmm. And how was that title run? Was it successful?
Was it for Raquel?
Mm-hmm.
It was hit or miss. I will say that. It started off good, but there was.
How long do you think her championship runs?
Probably 2 months.
How long her reign was?
Mm-hmm.
I think it was less than 200 days.
It was about 200 days. It was just over 200 days.
Because she ended up losing it to Mandy.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
And this was
Mandy's
during
Mandy's a selling point.
And Mandy got better as a wrestler, and her charisma went through the roof.
No, forget it.
Mark's with zero experience hosting a wrestling show. What's your experience, man? What have you worked a wrestling show? Have you been on the other side of the guardrail? I'd love to know. Please tune in. Love to hear your takes. I love the straps on the barrels. That's funny. Smart. Is he white noising them?
So apparently somebody put out the potential card for Crown Jewel, and it kind of seems likely. Roman versus Solo. We already know that the two title matches, which we don't want to talk about. Jay and Dom, Damian and Finn again, no holds barred. Seth and Bronson Reed, and Rhea and Raquel. Apparently. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 matches.
The show that I'll be in part of the booking committee officially doesn't happen until the 19th. I won't be at it, unfortunately, but it's not the first time I booked wrestling shows. I just wasn't. It was kind of like last minute, insert some stuff and let's get it done type deal. But the company I worked for was very, you never know who was going to show up and if the guy who actually is supposed to book is going to show up. So I've done it numerous times. It's just never on a consistent basis. Great stuff. What's your wrestling name? I'll look you up.
I want to see Louis Kaiser step out of the shadow and do some single stuff.
Well, this guy has 23 years experience. Would you the debate we were having was, is Michin a world champion? Is Michin or Raquel Rodriguez world champions?
So his name is Snake Eyes.
His wrestling name is Snake Eyes with a 3?
Yeah, I'm gonna look him up on YouTube. One word, I'm assuming. Because Snake Eyes, all I'm getting is music or G.I. Joe. So
Just type in Snake Eyes hip hop. I'll try that.
there you go. Snake EY3Z. Snake dash EY3Z.
Not the zip tie.
I think I found him.
I found it.
Yeah, I'm watching some tape now.
You watching the backyard stuff?
The one that's in the lunchroom?
Huh?
The MEW Extreme title match against Brutus Owen. I'm assuming
Some of the shows I have to scroll through an entire card to find them, and some of the matches are isolated.
there's a compilation or like a playlist, I should say. All I'm hearing is this one guy screaming, "Oh my God, you suck!" to some big guy in a fucking American Horror Story latex.
Are you the little guy with the long hair? Is that?
Yeah, you're the little guy. Or you're the big guy.
I'm watching
you're the-
As the World
if you're the
Turns,
big
Snake Eyes
guy,
versus Tyler
then-
Jackson.
Tyler Jackson.
That's the match I'm watching.
All right, I'm watching Brutus.
I'm watching
Owen
Now
Wrecker.
That's Wrestling.
You're a real. That fan
what
was
is that
super
ring?
loud.
What is that ringing?
Yeah, but
Is that-
are you the guy with or without the mask?
He's the high
you
flyer.
with-
So he's the smaller guy. He's the
He's the smaller guy.
Why
Yeah,
is he on
Snake Eyes.
Raw when he's supposed to be on
Aren't
SmackDown?
Without the mask. All right, so you're the okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Somebody explain it
it's
to me.
loud because you're in a fucking lunchroom in a fucking school board meeting.
Oh, I'm not shitting the venues. The independent scene, you work where you can get. So I'm not gonna.
Of course,
I'm not gonna
just
hate
saying,
that.
like,
But
that's a reason why. All right, let's get to a different match here.
Somebody explain that to me. Why is he on Raw when he's supposed to be on SmackDown?
Oh,
because he's
Cody?
Cody. He shows up wherever he wants.
I'm watching the Steve Stardom MEW Extreme title match. Damian Knight? Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
Out of Minnesota, okay.
I've given up my search.
Oh, I found him. I'm
I've watched it. I'm good.
You good?
I'm good.
Okay. Why are you good?
Huh?
Why are you good?
I'll just stick to being a mark who doesn't know anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Steve Stardom was more concerned about his ring gear than planning a match. He's an old head who hates young guys. Okay. I mean, I'm gonna watch the tape. You know,
I watched the match. I watched the match.
I'll watch the tape. I'll give him a chance. I see what he's got. I mean, listen, I can't fucking wrestle. Clearly,
No, yeah, I'm not a wrestler.
I'm
either.
a fucking fat
But
ass.
I think to understand the
eating
business, I
fucking
don't think
piece
you
of
have to
shit.
be. I don't think you have to step between the ropes to need to know how the business works or be.
No, but I
involved in
mean, I get the disliking of people like ourselves that are on both sides of the barricade, who are willing to comment and
I'm being just to be
book
clear.
without
I'm not being
booking.
disrespectful to Raquel or Mitchin. I think they're talented wrestlers. I'm just being one of the best things for yourself in this business is being self-aware and being self-aware where you are and how you can better yourself. I'm just saying that they've been around long enough that, speaking of, I think she struggled.
Listen, Snake Eyes, I'll hit that subscribe button, buddy. I'll watch some shows. I'll let me know if your IG and shit like that. We'll talk. We'll see what's going on. I like indie wrestling. I'm willing to
I love
give you a
indie
chance.
wrestling. I like the indie scene more than I like the TV scene.
Yeah, I like indie wrestling. I'll give it a chance and see what's going on. I don't mind having you on the show and talking.
I'd love to have him up here. I'd love to talk wrestling with him.
Yeah,
from the standpoint
of
a bunch of Mark fans who don't know anything about the business, I'd love to have a chat.
Well, I feel like the only mark between the three of us is the guy wearing the Yeet glasses right now. So, who has no idea we're talking about him because he's so zoned in to Raquel Rodriguez.
He's staring at Liv Morgan very intently.
Yeah, that's his wife right there.
He's sucking on his lip.
Hey, how you feeling? How you feeling?
All right, Raquel's going to park the car.
Oh yeah. That's all she's
Raquel,
good
go
for.
park the car. Thanks for driving.
Yeah, that's all she's good for.
Yeah, she's a school bus driver for.
Yeah. She don't know
Dom
nothing.
and Liver on the back neck and.
Yeah, Dominic's not doing anything, but Raquel's at least parking the car. Yeah.
Go park the car and park the car, world champ.
She's not gonna. Yeah, she's not gonna win any titles, but at least she can park the car.
Apparently, somebody got the script for
That's
next
good.
week. So somebody.
I don't want to know any of this, Leo. I don't want to know spoilers. Then what do I have to watch next week? Get off the dirt sheets. It's out in your brain.
Yeah, dude, you gotta get off those fucking dirt sheets.
I was sent it. What I choose to do with it.
Sent it by who? WWE.
I wish.
And you got the fucking script.
You know how the Joker and Harley ends?
I do.
Let me tell you.
I do know. I ruined it for myself, and I'm mad that I ruined the ending. But I'm happy that I did because I still think it's going to be a good movie, even though it's at 30% on Rotten Tomatoes.
What, Joker 3?
Joker 2? It's at 35% on Rotten Tomatoes. Not one person. And I'll be honest. I'm going to be 100% fucking honest here. I am so unhappy that everybody's agreeing with ABJ on this fucking movie. Truly, like in my fucking bottom of my fucking stomach. But I still think it's going to be good.
The reason
So
I didn't like it
waiting.
and everybody else liking it are two different reasons.
I think I'm going to like it, even though mass majority hate it.
I think a lot of DC fans struggle with it, and I think a lot of Joker fans and Harley and Lady Gaga fans love it because they get to see their favorite performers perform. But I think it doesn't encompass what the characters are, and that's what's bothering people.
So here's a theory that I think makes me a little more excited for the movie. Is that I follow this guy named Supes, Supes, on TikTok, who watches a lot of like comic movies and shit like that for both Marvel and DC. And his theory, I'm going to call it a theory. I don't know how accurate it is, but his theory is.
I'll be honest, I don't know how it really ends. So if you're going to say it, don't.
No, I'm not saying how
yeah.
I'm not gonna ruin it for everybody. The premise, I'll say that. I'll say the premise. The plot, or I guess you would call it.
Yeah.
Without giving any spoilers away. Because I don't really know a lot of the things that happen. I know the ending. I watched the ending, unfortunately. I get it, but anyway. The first movie gives us the origin of Arthur Fleck, right? And a lot of us really enjoyed that movie.
I mean, but does it?
It gives an origin of
Does
Arthur
it?
Fleck. Yes.
See, I would disagree.
You just disagree with everything I fucking
No,
said.
I personally, when I watch Joker 1, I look at a movie where, just like the Joker is as a character study, you don't know what he's telling you is the truth or what is completely fabricated in his own mind. Because the Joker's mission and the reason he's so successful as a criminal crime enterprise and gets all these people to follow him and pledge their undying loyalty to him is because he knows how to relate to them, and he preys on mental health, weak people who have mental health issues, to get them to pity him or make them their martyr. And that's what the Joker essentially is as a character, and I think they captured that essence very well.
Do you think that there's multiple Jokers then?
If I was gonna do a stupid Vince Russo booking, cool. But if you want to keep it to the character and keep growing, then I wouldn't.
Okay. So in the second movie, I'm gonna go back to what I was saying real quick.
Yeah.
In the second movie, the reason that everybody hates the movie is because they hate the way that it was portrayed.
They said the ending
which is
was
the
awful.
point of the movie.
Yeah.
That the reviews are supposed to reflect the fans that watch this movie and hate this movie. Because throughout the movie, it's not a line streamed A, B, C, D to the ending. The unjustification.
Leo, can you turn your TV down just a hair?
Yeah, turn that fucker on mute if you can.
Or one, see your headphones, one ear it, put one ear out. Whatever's close to your TV, one ear it. There you go.
There you go. The unjustification of the movie itself that throws a lot of people off, and the way that the movie portrays itself by showing you not what you want to see is the movie in itself.
Gotcha.
And watching what happens and the relationship between Harley and Joker throughout going into the ending of the movie is supposed to happen.
Yeah.
And it plays on that mental health that Arthur Fleck is so infatuated with that he finally realizes the discovery that he is just like them.
Gotcha.
So I think that the movie.
So they take away his power essentially. You go from he's like he's a genius that gets everyone on his side. I don't think they take away
his power. I feel like they give you his power, like they let you know what his power is, just like what you said. That utilization of manipulating and converting and contorting that mental health of set mental health victims, and utilizing it for his gain instead of his loss. That I think that when you watch the movie as a whole, you are going to see that and go, oh, I don't like this portrayal of it.
Yeah. I think what disassociated me and a lot of people, I think what disassociates a lot of people from that movie is they got a really good movie in the first one. They got a steak dinner. They got entrees. They got everything they needed. And then part two, they're like, we're going to give you absolutely the complete polar opposite of what made you enjoy part one. Like, we're going to take this movie and part two, we're musicaling it up.
I think either tomorrow or Wednesday I'm seeing it.
Gotcha.
And I'm very excited.
I'll wait till it hits digital. But
yeah.
Because here's the thing too. Digital movies are launching faster than ever now.
Yeah,
like Beetlejuice drops tomorrow.
Yeah.
I just watched Deadpool vs. Wolverine. That just was in theaters.
Yeah. How was it?
It was good. It was good. It was.
I can't wait for Terrifier 3.
Terrifier 3 is gonna be fun. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd probably go to
Terrifier 3
theaters.
I'm so
to see
excited
that.
for. It comes out this weekend, and I'm so excited.
But I'm not excited.
I might see it on my vacation.
I will say this.
Bloodiest.
I'll say this: if they don't come up with a storyline in this movie, though, I think I'm out. I don't think I'm. You don't got me for part 4.
I
If
really
it's
tell you
just
something. Can I tell you both something? I saw the opening scene.
oh really? The one that like people walked out of?
So there was a taping, and I forgot what country. 9 people walked out from that opening scene.
I did hear
One
that.
person vomited.
Yeah.
And
There's reports of people throwing up.
I can't watch.
The actor herself
rest of
almost
this movie.
vomited filming the scene a couple times.
Yes. I watched the opening scene. Thank you, TikTok.
This is a good this is a good stable. I like this stable. I don't think they're good. I just hope they do something with them.
For Terrifier 3. And I'll be honest with you, ABJ. Since I'm on vacation, the 25th to the 27th, truthfully,
Natalia's back.
I might come to Philly to take you and Lily to go see this movie on a Saturday.
Holy Hannah. Valkyria is Jesus Christmas.
And also what's her face? Queen Zendaya.
Not Queen Zendaya is crazy, but it's like
What's her name? Queen Selena. Zelina.
But the thing is with Terrifier 3, I don't know if we're going to get this. Hopefully, if it's not this film, maybe in a future film, we get to have a full backstory on who really Arthur Crumb really is. I know we've seen.
He's a crazy motherfucker. That's what he is.
I know we know that, but I'm just saying, what
is he? A demon? Is he an entity? Does he have superpowers?
Exactly. I'm trying to figure. I want to go a backstory on who he is, what drove him to become the way he is, as sadistic.
I'll be right back.
Yep.
I don't know if we're gonna get that. Maybe we'll get some type of explanation. But I do want to see some type of explanation as far as why is he doing what he's doing.
I'm so excited for Terrifier 3. So,
I know
and you know what's funny? Art the Clown is in Modern Warfare 3 right now as a playable skin.
Really? Ain't no way.
I already bought Daryl Dixon. I bought Michael Myers. I bought the Cheech and Chong. And now I got to buy Art the Clown. Oh, what the fuck was that?
And then I do think, hopefully, I don't know, I know we did get some confirmation that February 2026 we will be getting the release of Scream 7. They're supposed to be starting filming December, maybe January. So hopefully that movie is good. I mean, it's been okay, I would say, but I feel like they need to kind of amp it up a little bit more, in my personal opinion. So we're getting Survivor Series early with these 5-on-5 matches or something, because that's what it seems like. Now they're on commercial, so this is what, 3, 4?
Real quick, I just seen Raz's poster. Digital has made it easier for for everyone to watch, but it has hurt physical media. I think physical media should just be for the people who want the physical media. I don't think you need to mass produce movies that are going to sit on hundreds and thousands of shelves and collect dust when you don't need to. I just think it's a waste of material that we don't need.
Yeah, people aren't really buying DVDs or anything like that anymore.
There's no space. What do you? I mean, I have a closet full of DVDs. I can't even go through them all to watch them because it's too much physical space and it overwhelms me. I can just go on a streaming service and click the button and be like, "There's my movie." You know what I mean? Like now, when the power goes out or no internet, you're good. But
pretty much, yeah. And then I was just telling Dylan, we did get the confirmation in 2026. Scream 7 does come out. Hopefully that is hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's good.
Well, it essentially lost the entire cast
for the most part. I mean, well, Sydney's going to be in there, and Courtney
Sydney Sweeney.
Sydney.
Yeah, but they literally rebooted the franchise without Sydney, and had really cool characters with Jenny Ortega and that whole family, and following that family, and then they lost all those actors, so now they're trying to save it with Nev Campbell.
Now, okay, so this is one of the biggest discussions that I hear as far as Scream fans go. Do you think killing Dewey Riley off was too soon?
No.
I feel like it may have been too soon. I feel like if you wanted to do that, however, I think they should have killed Gale instead of Dewey. Reason why, if you look at the character perspective, there was more that they could have done with Dewey. I feel like if you look at
he was half paralyzed. He was half paralyzed.
I mean, yeah, but think about it. He's never had a one-on-one phone
There's
call.
nothing to think about. He was half paralyzed.
That would have been a cool moment if you would have had a
Him
one-on-one
being
phone
paralyzed?
call. No, him having a one-on-one phone call with Ghostface, because they never done it. They've always been doing that with a lot of main characters. He was not. They didn't do it with him. They always built him up as somebody that can't go up against a Ghostface and stand on his own. I wish they would have done his character a lot more justice, and I believe he didn't want to be killed off. Sidney didn't want it, and Gil didn't want it.
I just want to say really quick. I know we're talking about Scream and horror movies and stuff like that.
Where did our buddy Snake Eyes go? Did he leave us?
Maybe. I am 19 subscribers away from 50.
Ooh.
Let's get it to 50 by the end of the month.
We'll get it by the end.
If we could do 50 a month, that'd be great. It'd be great. I'll even take 25. 25 a month. Let's get it.
I don't get the purpose of this match.
Me either.
I didn't know it was happening. So
you re-debuted Natalia in a 10-man tag. Well, real quick, has Natalia been back, or you're right there, back. Natalia? Make the goddamn tag.
I think she's been back since.
Oh, so she has been back. This isn't like a returning Natalia.
She's been back for at least like 2-3 weeks now.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
But like,
I think Valkyria is too.
I did hear an idea,
too good to be in this 10-man tag.
One of the ideas that I think people were talking about as far as Scream goes is them retconning the franchise, at least to where the 5th and 6th movies pretty much took place in a different storyline. I don't know if that's a good idea. I really don't think that's necessary. But maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm the only one that feels that that's a bad idea. Because I've been here, a lot of people think that's a good idea, which I don't think needs to happen.
I think if you lost all those characters, you have to just you gotta pull the plug on that family story and start with something else.
No, people are retconning it because they want to bring Dewey Riley back.
I wouldn't change the whole movie to bring back one character. Does David Arquette bring that much to the franchise that you'd have to do that?
He played a big key role.
It's Dewey reporting for duty.
I mean, here's the thing. If you look at the entire franchise, he played a big role in the Scream franchise. So I can understand that. And I can respect
I think he made himself available to be in them, but I don't think he was like every Scream movie, it's like, all right, we got Dewey, but where's Nev?
Like,
where's this person? Where's that person? Where's Matthew Lillard? Like, everybody asked for every other character but Dewey. You know what I mean?
Really,
like,
people want him to come back. And I think people even said, he's the heart and soul of that franchise. And I can agree.
What's going on, Lily? How are we?
But I don't know. I have mixed feelings, because if you brought him back, I feel like that would probably have a lot of people talking. Some good, some bad, because some people are going to be okay that he's back, and then some people are going to be like, what's the point? You killed him all just to bring him back. Then it's going to be like, well, if you want to bring him back, you might as well bring these other characters back then. I mean, you can still.
I just think you get into that Halloween H2O resurrection territory where you're just muddying up the waters. Like, Halloween has just essentially killed itself because they rebooted it 4 times.
Didn't they do that with Friday the 13th at least once or twice?
No, Friday the 13th's always been in the same continuity. They got a little wacky with them, but like Halloween goes Halloween 1, 2, 3 is a standalone movie. Then it goes 4, then
I think they
5, and then 5 and 6 are its own movie, and then 2 other ones are its own movie, and then you have the re-retcons where it's Halloween ends, Halloween kills. Then you have the 2 Rob Zombie, like that movie that there's like 3 or 4 timelines in the Halloween franchise.
Yeah, true.
So
wait a second, did they just show the fucking poster for Crown Jewel with Sami Zayn as the world heavyweight champion?
I think they're saying that this could be it if Sami wins tonight.
He's not winning, bro.
I'm gonna be honest. If I want to protect Gunther,
Have him.
I don't have him go up against Cody and Saudi. Unless it's WWE, it'll be a crazy finish. Unless someone comes and costs Cody the match and Gunther wins because of it, which i.e. will be like The Rock or a member of the Bloodline costs Cody and then he loses. Or Kevin Owens, yeah.
But Gunther is not safe either because he could still have the threat of Goldberg looming. So there's that.
If Goldberg gets back in the ring, I'm done.
Yeah, I literally will stop doing wrestling content.
I won't stop, but I will not participate.
I will only focus on AEW. I will only focus on AEW and indie shows.
Hey, don't.
And my replacement for WWE would be TNA.
I love me some TNA. They've been killing it, man.
Seriously, I will literally stop watching WWE for TNA.
They've been killing it.
If Gunther comes in that, if Goldberg comes in that fucking ring.
But I mean, TNA. If you hate that kind of booking, you'd hate TNA because TNA does it all the time. They build up a really young talent that's going to look like a megastar, and they bring in whoever got released from the WWE and make him a world champion in 3 months.
Okay, the main event.
Yeah, we got about 27 minutes.
Yeah. It's going to take me some time to kind of get used to this format for a while. It's been 2 hours.
Did we get 4 matches? Is that was it?
Pretty much.
Yeah, the women's. Jay. Gunther. And Sheamus.
And the tag
4 matches.
The IC title. IC title. Gunther and
Natalya and her team.
10-man tag. And then this.
And the Donnybrook.
So to make 5.
That's 4.
Well, once again, I haven't been
World
watching.
Heavyweight.
I haven't been watching Raw or WWE except the pay-per-view. But is Pete Dunne and Sheamus like an actual feud that people care about, or was that just let's put a match on together tonight?
I think this is pretty much.
It's been a feud, but it's not been worked well.
Okay. The 10-man tag. Is there any correlation to any of those people in that match?
Just the
not that I know of.
Pretty much just having pure feuds and collective feud, just a feud.
The IC title match essentially just showing that Broad Breaker has his eyes back on the IC championship and Xavier's pissed at Kofi. And then we have this championship. So essentially storyline wise, we really pushed one story tonight.
Pretty much. We didn't get
ring. In ring.
Do you want to go to bed? Because that's pretty much what it is. Yes.
I'm just excited I have an hour to like hang out in the Discord with everybody after the show. Usually I have to go to bed right away. I slept all day today.
When I got home, I took a nap from like 4:45 to 7:30.
I was like, I'm gonna take a half-hour nap and then laid in bed, and I just like I have no purpose today, so I'm just gonna sleep the entire time.
Yeah. Well, what time are you waking up in the morning?
4, 5.
I'm up at now I'm up at 5:45. Summertime, I'm up at 5 a.m.
Did you see the new painted center plate now?
Yeah.
It looks good, right?
It does.
I think it looks better than when It was just the gold.
Oh Lord, no, not somebody putting this up on Twitter. It's crazy. Somebody said, "Imagine if we do Goldberg versus Gunther and then have Bret Hart as a special guest referee."
No, thank you.
I'll pass.
Sure. Why not?
I mean, WWE fans love nostalgia, so why not?
Yeah, I'm off tomorrow. And I'm off.
You should do
I
a
will
Dancing with the Stars
never.
watch along.
I will
Yikes.
never, ever do a Dancing with the Stars watch along.
See Henry, I'm not sure whose channel you're watching on, if you're on mine or anybody else's here, because we're multi-streaming to 100 places. But I did a channel giveaway, membership giveaway, and you won it, see Henry. So you have access to a ton of content that nobody else has access to. I think when I gave away the memberships, it gave away the $5 tier, which gets you early access to all my content. So enjoy that. And you get cool emojis. I just put the brand new tag team championships as an emoji. That's pretty fun. I'll probably do another giveaway.
I'll be right back. I gotta use the old latrine. I'll be right back.
Oh, the dog popped up. Like, oh shit, where you going?
Did she? Did she pop out?
Yeah. When you pulled your seat back, she lifted her head up.
Oh, I must have woke her up. That's why, because she's looking at me with one eye open and an ear up. Like, what the fuck you doing? So, all right, I'll be right back.
All right. But yeah, I don't know. I just think for me right now, WWE, I can't grab a hold of any of the storylines or characters right now. Like I'm just not into it.
I mean, it takes time. I will say that it just takes time. It just, you gotta find what you're kind of interested to. I think one of the things that I do like, I mean, NXT wise, is Obafemi. I think Obafemi has pretty much been doing some great stuff right now.
I have to watch NXT this month. I have to at least give a shit about it this month because we got tickets to Halloween Havoc.
Oh, cool. Hopefully
Yeah,
that show is good.
Yeah, Halloween Havoc is like right where I live, like right by where I live, and I've never been to a Halloween Havoc. I've always wanted to go to a Halloween Havoc, so I'm pretty pumped.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna probably be a solid show, at least to say the least.
I'm gonna be honest. I think even like character development wise, I think Jade has lost a step.
You think?
Yeah, I think Jade connected more with her audience as the heel and AEW than she's connecting as the babyface in WWE.
Maybe that's something that they tweak. Hopefully,
Jade just doesn't come off to me as, I mean, in ring, yes, she comes off as someone who has to let someone take the lead. But when it comes to like letting Bianca be the one to talk, Jade doesn't appear to me as someone who would just take a backseat to somebody. I think they wanted to turn them a while ago, but I just don't think Jade's ready yet. Which is crazy to say or think about because how long has it been now? If you ain't ready by now at this level with the NXT training and the training you got at AEW and the training you got everywhere else, it's just it's not a good sign.
so we're probably about to get at least 20 minutes less, maybe like 15 minutes of entering action.
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah, because it's not gonna go the full 20.
was focused on one of the challenges in the industry. Randy Orton, he aced that tough test in the match early, retained that gold. But the next part of his reign, it's really been him wanting to swat away what he feels is a pesky Sami Zayn. And it took him reflecting on his father's disappointment at WrestleMania for Gunther to arrive at this.
It just bothers me that this match has been done so many times. It's just like this is where we are. Like this is a match again. Like it's too much. Too much in too tight of a window. And too many times free on TV. But it's good to see the world champion I guess being showcased on television.
So, what'd you say, BJ?
I said I think this matchup's been overdone.
Yeah.
See, I would have. This is just my booking. I would have Sammy beat Gunther tonight with the assistance of Goldberg. Set up Goldberg Gunther in, if not Saudi, in Germany. Or they already did the Germany show, didn't they? Bash in Berlin already happened.
Yeah.
So then Saudi happens in Saudi because they love their legends. And then I would send Cody and Sammy into Saudi Arabia. I know it sucks for Sammy to have it done twice, but then I would have The Rock or somebody come and distract Cody, and Sammy gets the win for that championship, and then try to keep Sammy somewhat happy so he re-signs his deal. And I only say that because I don't think WWE has the respect for him or Kevin, to give them world championships without shenanigans. Because even Kevin Owens is a world champion. It was handed to him.
Dylan, did you see the TNA Emergence mashup?
No.
They have the Joe Hendry song, but have Matt and Jeff Hardy on it.
Yikes.
Oh, yeah, I think I did on TikTok. Yeah. I think I saw that like 2 weeks ago.
I believe so.
I'm personally, I don't see the. He doesn't. I can't say I don't see it. I do see it. I see why people like him, but I don't. It doesn't connect to me, the Joe Henry bit.
How many fucking commercials have we had? Oh, we had 8.
Well, I gave up.
I think we had at least like 6.
Fucking crazy.
We've had 6 commercials.
Are you going into the Discord after this?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm trying to be more active in there. I've been slacking for a while.
Well, you've had a lot going on, so I don't really, blame you for slacking. I know that's the next thing I got to pay for is the MEEE robot and set up my fucking Discord for the new channel and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Because Raz and I were talking, and shout out to Raz. Yeah, I gotta set mine shit up for success. I just haven't. I've been so worried about posting and video editing and shit that it's just been crazy. Are you watching WrestleDream this weekend?
I am.
Saturday.
I am watching it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still debating if I'm going to PPW or if I'm going to a band championship competition deal.
Okay.
I have to
All
see.
right. Well, because I kind of wanted to have a guest this week for the pod, talking about WrestleDream and some other topics that I didn't get a chance to talk about last time on the first pod. So maybe Leo, maybe you'll, if you're available Sunday,
Mhm.
7
Okay, then that's what we're doing.
7 p.m. my
Yeah, I
time,
should
which
be able
means
to.
it's 6 p.m. I'm only doing like an hour and a half show tops. I
Yeah, I should be
try
able
to end it by like 8ish, so that way people can go and do other shit, watch ABJ shit, watch your shit, watch other people's shit. Because I know I could talk for fucking 7 days and whatnot. So I want everyone else to fucking succeed.
Yeah, I should be able to be home for sure.
Yeah, because I'm doing the watch along with Asa and Kay from No Bones because I have
The
them
Wrestle
on.
Dreams.
Yeah, I have them on for the predictions pod. That's Thursday, and then I figured I'm gonna do the show with them. Like I had Byron on for the WWE show, and then I joined you guys for Bad Blood. I'm gonna do the same thing for Ace and them because like I figured like a lot of my friend group that I have that I've met along the way when doing the old channel, the Last Week in Wrestling channel. A lot of them are either both shows or they do one show. So the people that do one show, I'm gonna try to keep on for the 1 week, and then for the show, both shows or whatever, I might have on for like a regular podcast, so that way we have more to talk about and shit like that, have a little more diversity and whatnot. So
I think it was today. I see on Twitter. Today was the today's the anniversary of the last time we seen Brody wrestle. Brody Lee.
yeah, today.
Yep.
Yeah, against Cody Rhodes.
It's
Rest
a
in
good
peace,
match.
Brody Lee.
Mm-hmm.
Very sad.
Gotta.
Very, very sad.
Brad says,
Mm.
gotta get Oldberg back in for Saudi. Oh, brother, no.
He's not wrong.
I mean, he's not wrong, but do we really care? Do we really want it? No. Stay retired. Stay home.
I'm gonna pose the question, and I'm not doing it to try to come off as anti WWE or be negative or anything like that. But has this show like made an impact or anything to anybody watching with us or anyone on the panel?
You want me to
I'm
be
gonna let
honest?
y'all answer before I do.
You want me to be honest? No. I mean, I don't know if it's the 2 hours, but the show. I mean, yeah, it's gone by, but it's really like there's no really stories that's really developed.
I'm gonna be honest. This is like a typical Raw for me, whether it's 2 or 3 hours. I'm glad it's only 2 because I don't know if I can handle a third hour of just senseless stuff. But or like matches that are, I don't know. Just the WWE feel is not for me.
I think I like the fact that it's 2 hours. It makes the speed of the show a little bit quicker, a little more fast paced, so that way we're not dragging ass with promos or matches that don't build stories or matches that don't really do anything for us. I feel like that was the biggest complaint when becoming a content creator and doing Raw every single week.
See what they're doing in the bottom left corner right now?
Yeah, I
That's
like
perfect.
that.
I don't need a video package every time you want to tell me that information.
Yeah, no, I like that as well. I like the 2 hours. I like that it's a little more condensed and tightened. But I always have felt that the show after a pay-per-view is not as exciting as the shows that lead up to the pay-per-view.
Which I think is a mistake. I think you should end your go home show should be exciting, and your return show after a pay-per-view should be exciting.
Yeah.
Because then you build the next set of stories after this pay-per-view, and I don't think they did that.
No, 100%. I think that we're at a point where
if you watch Bad Blood and you've never watched wrestling before, and then you tune into tonight's Monday Night Raw, are you sticking around?
Probably not, because they really haven't had any follow-up.
The matches have been okay. I didn't write anything down.
And then we're supposed to be worrying about we're literally under a month away from the next PLE or pay-per-view, whatever you want to call it, Crown Jewel on November 2nd. The date is the 7th.
Yeah.
So it's like we should already get the ball rolling on amping up these matches going into the show. Already getting the ball rolling on creating a feud here, creating a feud there. But we're not.
Do you think they're purposely not giving it all their all right now from Monday Night Raw because they're saving it for 3 months to Netflix?
They probably.
No.
I feel like they're
No.
on autopilot right now.
Do you I think their attention right now is more focused on SmackDown and that Bloodline story than it is on Raw.
Because right now it seems like they're on autopilot. Like they're just waiting until they can get the ball rolling again. Maybe once Netflix deal kicks in, that's not until the 6th of January when that takes effect. So we still have like throughout the rest of this year to.
Do you think it goes on without a hitch? Do you think we have any issues?
I have no idea.
You think we have issues?
Yeah.
Can be WWE.
Here's another question. When the Peacock deal ends and WWE gets out of Peacock and maybe goes somewhere else, do you think WWE keeps the model of giving you away all their PLEs for free?
No.
I don't either.
They're probably going to go back to doing like I used to do. You get to pay.
Yeah, I think we go back to paying.
I think we go back to paying.
I think it's
TKO. I think TKO is going to be like, nah, we're going to make money on pay-per-views again.
Yes, 100%. What the fuck are you drinking?
It's the last bottle.
My guy. Why are you putting your body through that?
I don't think it's bad. I just think it tastes like regular Coke syrup.
Mm.
The cookies are disgusting.
I don't know if it's weird, but I can drink, your regular Coke.
Thank you.
But I'm more of a cherry Coke guy. I don't know if that's weird.
Cherry Coke is a good one.
Vanilla Coke.
Oh my god, you're fucking weird. That's why you had those shit ass takes. Now it makes sense. That fucking vanilla Coke is what's fucking rotting your brain.
I like vanilla Coke. If you can get cherry vanilla in those fountain machines, that's even banger. But the best soda on planet Earth right now. No questions about it.
Pepper.
Don't add me. Don't at me is fucking cream Dr. Pepper.
You know what's funny? One of my stores that I service, the gentleman that manages it does like vending machines, not vending machines, does concession stands for his son or daughter who plays sports at the school. And he told me today, actually, he was like, you have no idea how many people buy Dr. Pepper. Dr.
Pepper has become like the second most popular soda in the world right now. It's beating Pepsi, I think.
Yeah, he goes, I sold more Dr. Pepper and Dr. Pepper products at that concession stand than I ever have in my entire life. Yeah, and I said, really? And he goes,
Dr. Pepper's on the come up.
I like Dr. Pepper. The new bottle design looks like the Nuke Cola, and I don't know how to feel about it. I
feel like Dr. Pepper is the soda that could survive a nuclear holocaust.
Yeah, it's a fucking
If there's a soda that can make it,
strawberries and cream is fire as well. Absolutely, Willie.
Yeah, it's really good. Another great soda in the fountain machine, the Coke specialty fountain machines that I wish they would actually make bottles of it, and I'd buy it in a heartbeat. Mellow Yellow with the peach flavoring. You have no idea what you're missing. It's
I believe it's probably good, but no.
Peach Mellow Yellow. I get it. If I'm at a Burger King and they have the specialty soda machine, peach Mellow Yellow, please. It is banger. I just like Mellow Yellow in general. I think Mellow Yellow is so underrated.
I think I have had that before.
I had a 7-Up for the first time in like 15 years, not too long ago.
Oh God, did you hate yourself after?
No, I don't mind 7-Up. I remember when I was a kid, I had the "Make 7-Up Yours" T-shirt, and I thought it was the funniest thing ever. Are you old enough to remember that slogan, that marketing?
What?
The "Make 7-Up Yours." It said on the
30
front of
now.
the shirt, "Make 7," and then on the back it said, "Up yours."
No.
Yeah, it was like an up yours, buddy. Like, but make 7, up yours. It was a dumb marketing, but I loved it. I thought it was stupid and funny.
I'm waiting for the Krabby Patty to come out on Wendy's.
Was that a thing?
Yeah. Wendy's is doing a SpongeBob themed Krabby Patty meal made the same exact way that it is in the SpongeBob TV show.
Is it actually crab meat?
No,
Is it a burger?
It's most likely a Dave single with like special sauce, and that's it.
Yo, we
That
just hit
was
a
good.
little kick.
I remember the burger that they did, the loaded nacho burger. I think I did that, and that was decent.
The nacho burger was fucking fire.
I had it, and I actually
Like if
got
you
the-
wanted,
Gunther just no sold 2 halua kicks.
if you wanted your chili ring to be set on fire and a nice body cleanse, you buy a nacho burger.
What were the Halloween burgers that one time at
the nightmare
the black
burger at Burger
burgers?
King? Remember
And
Yeah,
that,
or
like
Burger
made
King
you
did the,
shit green.
Yeah.
It's the nightmare burger. They did that at Burger King. Was it the Nightmare Whopper? I think something like that. If I'm not mistaken. Now they got the fiery thing going on at Burger King currently.
Yeah, I'm starting to get tired of the fiery menu items.
Because they're doing like the fiery
The Sprite's fiery now. Mozzarella sticks are fiery. Chicken fingers are fiery. French fries are fiery. The fucking air at Burger King is fiery. Like I'm just getting really tired of the fiery theme and having your asshole fucking bleed and get hemorrhoids. Truthfully.
Nickelodeon just released the official recipe. It's supposed to be imitation crab meat.
Oh, for the Wendy's burger?
It's supposed to imitate the crab meat, but I guess
I hope so. I want it. I want to try it. I
I'll
dead
definitely
ass
try
want
it.
to try it.
Same.
If it's crab meat, I don't want it.
I'm just not gonna tell you what it is. And you're gonna eat it and you're gonna love it.
Fun fact, I think the Impossible Whoppers are pretty good.
Possible Whoppers are very good.
I haven't had it, but I've been reluctant
Very
to try
good.
it.
It literally tastes just like a fucking Whopper.
I still don't understand in 2024. Now he's starting to do it a little bit. But why when you're in a chokehold, why don't you try to break the wrist control? Like, why do you reach out? I don't understand. Like, the first thing you do in a choke is try to get, like, you know what I mean? Like, break wrist control. Like,
Yeah. If Sammy wins, are we gonna be excited?
I would like to see Sammy as the world champion, but I think they should have gave it. I think that, like, at one point in time, he was the hottest guy in the company. But I didn't believe for a second he'd be the guy to beat Roman.
That's it. Over. Yep. That's it. Another one.
There it is.
Well,
It seems like every time Sami Zayn has a world title match and he doesn't win, people are just so pissed.
Because people really like Sammy and Kevin. They want them to be like, they should be that. There's your example of people that the crowd gets behind, buys merchandise, loves everything they do. They help put over every talent they work with, but never gets a main opportunity. Like, they get tag team titles.
Well, at least Kevin Owens did get that Universal title run, but Sammy,
It was handed to him. They handed
Yeah.
it to him, and then he was squashed by Goldberg.
But let's be honest, Sami Zayn's never been given that opportunity. He's always been like second fiddle to Kevin.
He saved the Bloodline storyline.
He
And
did.
I'll tell you this right now. I think Sammy's Bloodline story was more impactful than The Rock entering in.
I would agree. Because if you look at the bloodline stuff,
Sammy
it
beating
was
Roman would have been
stale.
more impactful than Roman losing to Cody. And I'm a Cody, and I think Cody is your next John Cena. But I think the way they put Cody against The Rock right away, I think killed Cody's momentum. You don't take your brand new upstart babyface and have him go toe to toe with a old school legend. Oh, so Cody was there to do the face off tonight.
So I'm guessing we're gonna probably see Liv on SmackDown to do a face up with Nia.
Probably.
Fucking waste.
I mean, there is history because if you think about, Cody did eliminate Gunther so many times in the Rumbles.
But this is always the low part of WWE because I would say most WWE fans do not like the Saudi shows and they don't like what they stand for. So the booking and everything that leads up to them, people are just like, I don't care. They don't really care.
They're not. They're supposed to be doing this deal. I think they signed a 10-year deal back in 2018, so that means they're locked in until 2028.
Yeah. But that is going to be the end of the show for us here on Long Island Wrestling Podcast. Leo, we're going to start with you, buddy. What's going on in your world? What's going on in your channel? Of course, all your stuff is in the description below, so everybody can go and check it out. Talk to me. What's going on?
Yeah, so I do have some content coming up. I do do some more reactions this week. I'm gonna be doing predictions for Wrestle Dream as well on my channel, on the Bring It to the Ring podcast channel, but with myself, Wolf, and Willie. We'll be doing predictions over there this week as well. I'm also going to be doing some horror content since we are in the month of spooky season, in the month of October. So tomorrow, myself and another fellow horror fan, Hayden, we will be ranking the characters of Scream from the original Scream up until Scream 6. So we'll be dropping that tomorrow. Stay tuned. We're going to be doing some more content horror-wise. I'm trying to implement more content for the horror fans out there very, very soon. So y'all stay tuned.
Okay. ABJ, what's going on?
I have a ton of content coming out. A bunch of 5 questions. Just joined, have the membership tier on the channel. For $1 you support, $5 gets you early content before everybody else gets to see it. Have some cool interviews dropping, tons of interviews that are out there. Some pretty cool names out there, not just wrestlers but musicians and a bunch of different entertainers. We do have our brand new episode of Banging Beers has returned, and that's dropped right now. We just did the Hard Mountain Dew review. Next week is Dr. Ethan Wild interview, and the week after that is another Banging Beers and 5 questions dropping the same day at Country Club Brewing. So we have a lot of stuff cool there going on.
Alrighty. Wow. I'm happy for you guys for sure. I appreciate the both of you coming on and hanging out with me. We're going to start doing these watch alongs, of course, every single week to make sure that you guys are always tuning in. Make sure you turn on post notifications, hit that subscribe button, and of course, show some love to everybody here that came and hung out with your boy tonight, ABJ, as well as Kicking It with Leo, and of course, Bringing It to the Ring podcast. So make sure you go ahead and check that out. Leo, you got to let me know when I'm on that show. What the fuck? Willie and Wolf.
We're going to get you on.
And listen, Christmas is only 2 months away. You know, New Year's is 3. So hopefully that comes soon. But nonetheless, I appreciate everybody coming on here. I appreciate everybody that has been hanging out with us all night long.
Are you doing tomorrow?
I am. Yeah. Tomorrow night, 8:55. We are going to be doing. Thank you. That's a perfect segue into the show. We are going to be doing the Dynamite Title Tuesday watch along right here on the Long Island Wrestling Podcast itself. It is Title Tuesday, and it is a different start time tomorrow night, not Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern time. So make sure you guys tune in at 8:55 Eastern time because we are going to be doing that, going there. And of course, Friday Night SmackDown, we are also going to be doing a watch along for that. And this coming Thursday, that's right, since this Saturday is going to be AEW's Wrestle Dream itself pay-per-view. We are going to be doing predictions. It will be myself, it'll be Asa, it'll be Kay, all from No Bones About Wrestling. So make sure you check that all out. And of course, run up those numbers for the brand new solo pod that just came out this past Sunday. New show, same shenanigans. It was just myself talking about everything that's been happening a little reason why I have left, and of course, a whole lot more, including the bad blood predictions and some afterthoughts as well. And of course, please, everybody, I know we're on the WWE program right now because we just did WWE Monday Night Raw, but this is the real Tribal Chief. Make sure you say hello to the real Tribal Chief, my guy, MJF, my next door neighbor, and of course, my guy in arms. Nonetheless, ABJ, Leo, thank you guys so much for joining us. Make sure you guys show a little bit of love and support on all of their channels and everything that's coming up on their stuff. We do not want big AJ in AEW. Nonetheless, we are going to get the fuck out of here because he signed a contract with QT Marshall. Not happy about it at all. We are going to get out of here. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you tomorrow night for Title.
Rain cooking up, no rocks in the pan, watching the plan form in the sand, bidding castles out of thoughts in our head, late nights, no sleep in my bed, trying to see my dreams manifest. Look at that, now look at that, we nice. Put the past on ice, I was bad like Mike.